struggles. Everybody struggles. I knew that I could do it. I opened a gallery here in St. Augustine. I had it in the Casa Monica Hotel. I had two galleries. One was close to the corner here at Cordova, and it was small. Then I moved down to a larger store about halfway the block across from the government house, and I painted right there. The felt tip drawing was a sketch that I did before I took art classes anywhere. I was in school but hadn't taken any art classes yet. And I was in the biology lab out by the greenhouses, and the light was coming in open windows, and it cast shadows. Being able to capture the streets of St. Augustine in the evening and night is probably my favorite thing to do, favorite paintings. Naturalistic is a good word, because realistic, sometimes people expect to have a photographically real image, and I do things that are very recognizable, very accurate. I like the perspective to be correct, but I also like to be able to see the paint. Rather than doing it so smoothly or so carefully that you don't know whether there's paint or whether it's a photograph, I'd rather back off and let the paint do a little bit of work. As a lot of people think about artists, they think they sit down and paint for 8 hours and get up and then they go home or whatever they do. There's a lot more thinking going on in a painting than people know. You sit back, you look at it, you pick a mirror up and you look at it in reverse. You ask your buddy next door to come over and says, what does this look like? Well, I don't like that. Well, why don't you like it? And it may give you an idea to change it or not. So there's a lot of thinking going on to get things like you want them. So you're not pushing a brush for 8 hours a day. The actual painting may only take, say, 6 hours, but it might take 6 days to get there. And so a lot of people don't realize that. Commitment. If you think you can draw, you got to prove it. Once you prove it to yourself, then you can go out and prove it to somebody else. If you're good enough, they'll approve you, and you can move up the ladder. If you're interested in playing around and doing a little art on the side, you probably aren't going to be successful. You have to take it as a job. That doesn't mean you can't have fun. It doesn't mean that it's going to be in the way of anything you want to do other than that, but it has to be your major focus, or you're going to be lost by the side of the road by somebody who has that commitment.